Hello guys, today I am going to be shedding some light on all of the problems, and oh boy, there are problems in the Big Bang Theory. This probably is going to be a three-episode series. Okay, this series is going to be a 3-episode thing, at least I intend it for it to be. But anyway, this series specifically is about the weak points of the atheist/evolutionary belief. Okay, regardless, this is going to be a 3-part series where I basically just I don't like poke holes in the theory. I just show all the holes in the theory that are already there. And part of the reason why I'm making this is because I've known these things for like ages, and I have not spoken about them very much at all. But then also part of it is because I'm kind of fed up with everyone just thinking that creationists have like no scientific backing and just are in blind faith when they literally are doing the same thing. They are like let me just explain. Let's just start off, because today's episode is about the Big Bang. So I've heard a couple different versions of this. It's been a little bit since I've, well, not a little bit, it's been a while since I've researched this topic. But, let's just go with the basic thing. It seems that some believe, or at least a while ago, it was that, like, the universe just came from, like, they just exploded. Like, there's an explosion, creates everything. Now, if you can't see, there are a whole bunch of problems with that just from me saying something that basic. I don't know what's wrong with you, but I think you might need a reality check. Because last I checked, explosions never create anything other than heat and momentum. Well, I don't think momentum's the proper term, but like an outward force. A Big Bang is not going to create the planets, stars, all that kind of crazy stuff. Like, what makes you think this? Like, I get that the universe is expanding and stuff, and like the only thing that makes me think this has any sort of like potentially reality-based background is that we have these telescopes. And you see, I'm going to have to explain a little bit of something here. Basically, because light takes time to travel, the further you can see, the further back in time you can see in space. So apparently, like, I guess the new telescope that we shot out, like, 2023, can apparently see the early universe. Now, I'm not sure if that even is true, or if we were just looking at some kind of gas cloud and we're like, oh, this is the early universe. But chances are they know what they're talking about. So apparently we can see an early universe or something like that. So it makes me think the Big Bang might have a little bit more of a realistic background, or whatever the word for it is, than, I used to think, kind of. But at the same time, it's still full of crap, because matter, it never comes from non-matter. It just doesn't. Like, what created that explosion? Explosions don't happen for no reason. And actually, I'm pretty sure that this one guy was talking about this stuff, like this type of matter or something that allows for that to happen. And, like, where did that come from? I thought you guys were supposed to believe that the universe, like, there was nothing, and then an explosion happened, and then everything was magically created, because that's definitely how science works. It's totally not just the biggest plot hole ever because we just want to believe there is no God, and therefore we create this crazy theory that defies the laws of physics just so we can pretend that we actually have a scientific belief that disproves or potentially proves that there could be no creator. Definitely not that. It's totally not blind faith. Yeah, that annoys me. That really annoys me. It's so hypocritical and stupid. It really... Anyway, but enough of that. As I said, though, I do think this has a little bit of background, especially considering, that... Especially considering, that verse where, God created light. Like, he created light first. Like, that seems a little bit vague. Like, why light for... Like, what do you mean by that? I'm just thinking, maybe he wanted to start things off with a bang, quite literally. But, nevertheless, it still doesn't really prove anything. Like, it's still, like, the idea of an explosion just bending, well, not bending, it's like breaking reality. Just like an explosion breaking reality, creating matter out of nothing. Like, that's supernatural stuff. That really doesn't make sense. But they're just gonna pretend it does anyway. So, yeah, the Big Bang Theory is kind of full of crap. And so that's kind of why. That's a large part of why I really don't like it when people say that creationists go off of blind faith. Yep. Awkward silence. Okay, well, if you enjoyed this video and somehow understood what on earth I was saying, then I don't know how you managed to do that. So I'm gonna pause the video, gather my thoughts, which will probably take me about a year, and then I'm gonna try and actually get my mouth to form the words to summarize up all of what I just said. Okay, now maybe I can get my mouth to form a basic summary. Okay, so basically the reason why I don't believe in a Big Bang, or at least don't believe it could have created everything, is because it supposedly came from nothing, which defies the laws of physics. That's one count of breaking the laws of physics. Second, it somehow creates things out of nothing. That's 2 counts of breaking the laws of physics. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we're going to find more counts than that in some of the other theories here. But, yeah, those are pretty much the... Did I just raise my eyebrows? I don't care. Those are pretty much the biggest reasons why I think it's full of crap. And it really annoys me because I'm getting accused here of going off of blind faith when that's exactly what these people are doing. Like, know your stuff. Like actually, it's not science to make a theory and then ignore the holes in it. That's not science. You make a theory. If it's science, you're supposed to make a theory, and then you're supposed to try to break it. That's how theories work. That's how science works. These people are scientists. They should know this. Like, for crying out loud. Do your job.